Alright guys, today we are here with Marcel, who top 8'd today's ARG states. Really nice mat here in San Jose, California, JustFlipTcg. And Marcel, what did you play today?
I played Murakumo.
Murakumo? Alright, so we're here at Decofall, so go ahead and go into it for me, okay?
Yeah, no problem. So right here, for the grade 3 lineup, we start off with the 4 Zanbaku, you know, kind of staple, you know, go for the lockdown.
Alright.
And then next up, we actually have 3 Musashi. Now I only run 3 because you want to hit hard, but at the same time, you want to try to get different combos off. If you run 4, it just kind of clumps up the deck. So that's why, as well as the grade 3 lineup, I run 2 Mandala Lords. Because if you can't get to Zanbaku first, your optimal route would probably want to be Mandala, just so you can clone 2 things on the field. 2 units for free is way better than just the 1 unit to start off if you don't have the combo for Zanbaku. Alright, so moving on from the grade 2 lineup, we got 4 left, 4 right for the combo, and then we're running 4 Fushimi. Now, I run 4 over just 3 because you want to snipe that back row. In decks like Dimensional Police or anything with the on-hit boost, you want to get those boosters sometimes, so that's why I run 4.
Did you prefer that over any other grade 2?
Grade 2, yes. Unless you're running the Mandala Lord, the full Mandala Lord build, you want to run 4 Fushimi. Or at least 3, because just the potential to snipe the back row and the 14k beat stick when you have a full field is just really pressured. Alright, so moving on from grade 2, we have the grade 1s. We're running the 4 Million Rats, the 4 Snipers, which gain 5k when you call from the deck, which you're doing a lot. And then we have 4 Shichijimaru. Now he's a 10k booster most of the time, and then if you have a second unit, you can also give the second unit 3k as well, which really helps out to hit some numbers against Force, because that's a decks that this deck actually has trouble with Force. The 13k actually hurts a little bit. So run 4, 4, and 4.
Yep.
Moving on
now
to
we
the
get spicy, that trigger.
The spice, man. Alright, so I run 6 crit, 3 of each just to throw them off, you know, and just to keep the balance. Alright, and then from the crits, we got 6 draws.
Do you actually like that variant? Because I heard a lot of people like fronts.
Fronts, they do put in work. I like the hand pressure because when you're going up against something that has more hand, like Oracle or Bugs even, you want to keep up with their hand. You want to rush, but you also want to keep up with hand. So I prefer the draw variant, and it could have more crits because crits do matter in this game, but the draws are just more, you know, control-wise. And then obviously 4 heals, and then we have our starter.
All right. Well, let's go into a quick tournament report. Can you tell me what your matchups were and how it went?
All right, so my first matchup was against Dimensional Police. It was interesting to say the least, you know. They rode Dayusha first grade 3, and I rode Zanbaku. So, and instead of getting the full combo off, I opted to go for just rushing them with Million Rats, because getting the pressure early against DP I feel is important, because DP, they're gonna hit you with those crits like really hard. So you want to get them as high as possible in damage as fast as you can. And then you just want to just swing for game, and that's what I did. And keeping them from just riding actually hurts them, because sometimes they just want to ride Dayusha on Dayusha to get that extra force marker, but they can't, so they have to great Dayusha. And if they don't have great Dayusha, which he didn't, you know, then they can't really do anything. And the game ended with 3 damage to 6, so I think I did really well in that matchup.
And round 2?
Round 2, I faced Aquas, and that one was actually, it was easy because he didn't have the Maelstrom. If he had the Maelstrom, it would have been a different story, but because he didn't have the Maelstrom, he didn't ride the grade 3 for 1 turn, and then he had to ride 2 Diamantes later on, and I just did the full lock on him, Zanbaku, you know, Zandaddy. Just do the combo, and he couldn't do anything. So that game ended with 2 damage to 6 damage.
Okay.
Alright, moving on to game 3, I actually played, let's see what I played. I played a Kagero player. Okay, now this game was interesting. So basically against the Kagero player, it was back and forth, and then in the final 2 turns, he had a waterfall, and then I was stuck on Zanbaku. No, I did not pull a trigger. I was at 3 damage, and I guarded his rear guard because he attacked with rear guards first, so his last attack was waterfall. And then with that, I had no hand, so I just had to no guard, hope for no crit. He didn't crit. My turn, stand and draw, you know? And then I had a Musashi on an Excel circle. So I basically just went in. He had enough to guard, but in order to break, or just to put enough so he couldn't guard with the last 3 cards he had in his hand, I did my twin drive, I got a crit, and I got a heal, and I put it all on Musashi, and because I had more rear guards than him, he had to drop 2 cards, and since he had 3, it just wasn't enough. He took his damage, hit it 6, and the game ended with my win.
Okay.
Alright, and then moving on to game 4, that was the one loss I had before top 8, actually. It was against another Stockton player, Jun. He was also playing Aquaforce, but the difference was he actually hit the Maelstrom. Jun's over there laughing right now. Basically though, it ended the final 2 turns. He was on Maelstrom, and he attacked with his Tidal Assault first. He attacked my Vanguard, and then he swung for Maelstrom, and I no guard because as long as I got 1 trigger or 1 defensive trigger, or he didn't hit any triggers, I would have been fine. So he twin drive, first check, nothing. Second check, front trigger. So not only did the Vanguard Maelstrom get 10k, but his remaining 3 attacks, his Lazarus, his Tidal Assault, and the other unit, they all got 10k. So I could have guarded those, but because the Maelstrom was gonna restand from the 4th attack, and he got the 10k on the Maelstrom, I just couldn't do anything, so I just had to take it. So that was a loss. And game 5, I go up against Grand Blue, you know. This one was actually interesting too, because he missed, he had the G assist, but he still got the Baskirk playoff. He called his big dragon. So basically I had to Zambaku. And then I was at, let's just say I was at 3 open damage. I only had 3 damage, 3 open, so I went for the play, Counterblast, Soul Blast, call out the left arrestor, and then, oh sorry, this was from my hand, and then I called, then used the skill, then once I got the right arrestor, it's pretty much straightforward, call, Counterblast, put 1 into the soul, and then that put the complete lock. And I thought it wouldn't help me much, but because Baskirk has that crit once the drop zone is 10, it actually really helped, because since I was at 3, I didn't have to worry about the crit or the drive checks. So when he swung for his Undead Skull Dragon, which was like a really big number, I was just able to take it without no problem, you know. So they ended 4 damage to 6 with me winning, and then yeah, we just went to finals.
No, top 8, I heard they just split out, right? And then they just paid for the mat. So anyways, congratulations, Marcel, and on your top 8 today. You're a great man, you're wrecked today. Thank you.
Thank you.